The greatest analogy I ever heard to sum up the nuclear arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union was that the Americans and the Soviets were two men standing waist deep in gasoline, one holding 5 lit matches and the other holding 6. One match would have easily set the fuel alight, yet both rival superpowers were constantly battling to have a numerical advantage over the other. The heavy-duty truck war being waged among Fiat Chrysler automobiles, Ford, and General Motors is a lot like those two superpowers holding matches over gas. That's not to suggest that the doomsday clock is moving ever closer to midnight thanks to a stupid amount of torque and ever-increasing capability, but at some point the added power, torque, payload capacity, and towing capability probably won't benefit the consumer any more than it already does. That's especially true given that heavy-duty pickups are quickly approaching the power and capability levels of actual medium-duty trucks. But I digress. You've come here to read about how the new Duramax-equipped 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 2500Hd 4x4 LTZ Z71 drives, not a think piece on the madness that is the Detroit 3's battle for heavy-duty dominance. At first glance, the 2017 Silverado 2500Hd is pretty much identical to the version that's been on sale for years, that is, until you get to the massive hood scoop sitting square on its nose. That functional hood scoop is the key to what makes the new L5P Duramax 6.6-liter turbodiesel V8 tick. It supplements the Duramax's fender-mounted air intake by sending in extra cool, dry ambient air into the engine to allow it to make an exceedingly healthy 445 horsepower, the most horsepower in the segment, and a staggering 910 pounds-to-feet of torque at 1,550 revolutions per minute. It's nuts that I have to write this, but the new Duramax's torque output is only the second best in the segment. The Truck of the Year winning Ford Super Duty bests that by 15 pound-to-feet. Although the Duramax shares its cylinder configuration, its 6.6 liters of displacement, and its Allison-sourced 6-speed automatic transmission with the old version, that's about all it shares. Everything from the cylinder block and heads to its solenoid fuel system is all new and unique to the L5P engine. Chevy says when properly equipped, the Silverado 2500Hd can haul up to 3,500 pounds in the bed and tow up to 18,100 pounds. Roughly the equivalent of a fully loaded and armed for battle Army AH-64 Apache and crew. I don't know about you, but I usually use attack helicopters as a unit of measurement. As equipped, our loaded tester can haul 2,900 pounds and tow 14,800 pounds, or the weight of a fully loaded Marine Corps AH-1 Super Cobra. I tried sourcing an Army Apache and Marine Corps Cobra to test the Silverado 2500HD's towing capacity, but angry men with big guns pointed them at me and told me to go away. Rest assured, expect a comprehensive towing and payload test on the Silverado HD from us in the coming months. With big money invested in its powertrain, the rest of the 2017 Silverado HD is pretty much left alone. Minor trim and package alterations are the only changes. At the track, the 2017 Silverado 2500HD 4x4 is surprisingly fast for a 7,800-pound little big rig, thanks to road test editor Chris Walton's cheater method. The method consists of putting the four-wheel drive system in 4-high, standing on both pedals, releasing the brake, and then at 30-ish miles per hour switching back to 2-high for the rest of the pass. The result is a 0 to 60 mile per hour run in 6.5 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 15.0 seconds at 91.8 miles per hour. That's quicker than the last diesel-equipped 2017 Ford F250 Super Duty 4x4 we tested, which needed 6.9 seconds to crest 60 miles per hour and 15.3 seconds to finish the quarter mile at 90.1 miles per hour. Walton says drivers launching the new Duramax-powered Silverado in 2 High can expect a 0 to 60 mile per hour run that's about a second slower than what he was able to achieve. Our Silverado 2500HD's braking and handling performance is a bit less impressive than its acceleration figures. The heavy Chevy needs 146 feet to come to a stop from 60 miles per hour, or about 3 feet more than the aforementioned F250. The figure 8 takes the Silverado a respectable 29.3 seconds at 0.57 grams average, which is a tick quicker than the Ford's 29.7 second at 0.54 grams performance. Outside the test track, the Silverado 2500HD is a treat to drive, chiefly thanks to the monstrous diesel V8 under the hood. There's a saying in the automotive world that Americans buy horsepower but drive torque, and I suspect even the most cynical Prius driver would be impressed with the Duramax's effortless power and torque band. It's almost electric-like in the way it delivers torque instantly on throttle. There's simply always power available, and unlike some diesels, the Silverado's V8 never seems out of breath. It's unflappable. The Silverado's transmission is good, too. It shifts quickly and smartly, and it doesn't hesitate to change down a gear if need be. The Silverado's steering feel is as you'd expect on a heavy-duty pickup, really heavy, high-effort steering. Still, road feel is pretty decent. If memory serves, the Silverado's steering is not as engaging as the new Ford Super Duty, but you aren't left constantly seesawing the wheel while going down the road like you would be in older GMHD trucks. With the updated Duramax Power 2017 Silverado HD, Chevy shows it's not about to let up on the heavy-duty pickup wars, no matter how futile winning might be. Although we, or I, don't have an answer yet as to when enough is enough when it comes to payload, towing, and torque, I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the 910 pounds-to-feet of twist-to-throttle blip away on the 2017 Silverado 2500HD is pretty damn close.